I'm so dumb.
Why?
I dead ass just got an iced coffee and all I've eaten today was saltine crackers.
I'm literally
so dumb.
all morning you've been saying you don't feel good, and 3 times now I've said, well, have you eaten? Have you eaten? You said crackers. I was like, okay, you're crazy.
What'd you call me?
You have to eat something.
I know. And it's like, well, this is what I think it is. I have had a mild, and I haven't wanted to admit it, but I've had a mild migraine for like 3 days now. I've been waking up with the heavy head, but then I take something right away and I've been able to be like good throughout the day.
Yeah.
And I woke up that way today, but I didn't take anything before.
So it
hit.
Progressed longer than it should have.
It went a little harder.
Yeah.
And then it turned into nausea, as it does.
Yeah.
But then I was like, why am I nauseous? And then.
But like all of these things you haven't slept or ate.
I know, but the last thing you want to do when you're nauseous is fucking eat.
Yeah.
And then I'm doing coffee because the caffeine, I'm thinking it's going to like help my head. I mean, it is.
Yeah.
It's like every migraine medicine.
And you needed energy for like all the shit that you have to do today.
Yeah. I'll eat something after this because this is already making my head feel better.
Okay, good.
Which that needed to feel better first.
Yeah, but then you'll have the shits.
I know how to drive that bus. That's fine.
Right. Right.
We are getting on a flight tonight though. It's big poopies on the plane.
Great. Have you shit on a plane?
Yeah.
I've never shit on a plane.
Nearly every plane.
I've never shit on a plane.
No?
No.
Sounds like a country song.
Yeah, no. I also...
You don't really even pee on planes.
No, I've probably peed on a plane 3 times in my life. And like I fly relatively a lot, multiple times a year.
And ever since we moved, we're doing the big flight, the cross country.
And I also have a really healthy bladder.
It's great.
I have a great bladder.
Yeah. I don't necessarily pee too much. Is this TMI? I'm just going to say it. I tend to need to poop more than I need to pee. So I pee by default because I pee when I poop.
Standard.
If you don't pee when you poop,
red flag.
So, but like, get that checked out.
Yeah.
That seems like that shouldn't be.
You need at least a little bit of dribble.
Yeah. Like it like braces the fall.
Yeah.
Of, the stuff. That's gross. Happy fucking Monday.
Happy
bright
Monday.
And early. Gonna talk about poop.
I didn't know I could feel like that.
Cheers.
Cheers. I'm like, cheers. Yeah, we couldn't have any more opposite drinks.
Yeah, I've been loving these.
And this is so opposite of us.
Yeah. Like you would be drinking these and I'm just a coffee girl, but I already had my coffee this morning.
Okay.
This I'm drinking a drink can again. It's the ginger lemongrass. Ginger lemongrass. I'm hooked.
It's
I'm a
delish.
freaking pothead.
Yeah, chill, Stony girl. Oh,
I do that a lot.
I do too.
I miss my mouth a lot when I drink.
Yeah. I have just an OG iced coffee with literally like a dribble of cream. Like if you had a dropper, like 3 drops of cream.
Okay.
And like a boop of simple syrup. That's been my order. And just our bodega down the street, it's fucking $3.
It's so nice.
And it's so good. There's something about their coffee is just so delicious.
Did you do the hazelnut thing again?
Yeah, so they have a hazelnut one and a normal one. So I do like 70% normal, 30% hazelnut, and it gives just like the perfect like boop of hazelnut.
Yeah.
But not too much. Yeah, I just feel weird today.
Standard. We've been doing a lot. Today is, as you guys know, we're doing a little bit of pre-recording because we're currently in Yosemite.
This comes out
the Monday after Yosemite.
Damn. This is super pre-recorded.
Oh, yeah, about a week and 3 days.
Feels like longer. I don't know why. My time's so fucked up. This isn't a bad complaint to have, and it's not really a complaint, more so an observation, but like when I travel like this and you're like preparing so much for traveling, it makes me realize, like, now that it's the day that we're gonna actually leave, how much I've been living not in the present.
Yeah, because all you're thinking about is
I need to do
the week. Yeah, the week in Yosemite, which is gonna fly by.
But now this week flew by. I feel like I didn't even live this week because I was living in preparation of next week.
Right. Yeah. we've been living in the future a lot these past couple weeks.
Which again, not a bad thing. It's like, very grateful that we're going to be able to go on this trip. But God, like, where did this week go, you know?
This week's been stressful, and I feel like it's just catching up to you, you know?
Yeah. And I didn't get my period.
Right. But it'll come.
Oh, yeah. I'm not worried, you guys. Don't worry. Fucking Cobweb City over here.
I'm in freaking vacay mode, though. Yay! I'm ready to go. I'm in like airport mode.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to go after this. I'm going to go to CVS and I'm going to go get a whole bunch of snacks for the flight. I'm packed. I'm like bags by the door.
Tell them what happened with your flight. That is like, you gotta flex.
Oh, yeah.
That's so rare.
Well, I was actually it was quite concerning.
Yeah, no, it was like, they didn't present this in a good way at all.
No, so I got the email to check in for my flight. And as you know, it comes like 24 hours before. So I go and I press check in and I get a pop-up that says, we cannot validate your ticket. Please like call the help desk. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, this is the last thing I need to deal with. On top of it, my mom's
my God.
My mom's calling me because she's at Costco and she's like, do you want cuties or oranges? And then she's like, okay, we go through like how much alcohol we need. And like, there's just so many things that are going on in my head at once. Side note, we are going with 20 packs of High Noons for 2018 packs of High Noons. And this is for 5 people. We're going to insert the picture here. It's actually, my dad had to sign a like consent form at Costco stating that he wasn't going to be selling the alcohol. He was only going to be consuming it. So
like your dad's on a list.
Yeah,
now.
No, for sure. And so my mom told me this morning that they were all in different lines because they just had so much shit in general. The alcohol filled up 3 Costco carts. You know how big Costco carts are?
That's literally a New York apartment. Like those things are fucking huge.
So my dad got in his own line. He's like, I'll just take care of these 3 carts. And he's, you know how long Costco lines get? He's holding up the whole line because he's having to sign, like, signing, doing those. And then employees are coming over to, like, sign the forms.
They're, like, getting his fingerprints.
No, literally.
Like, the spy scan of his eye.
Oh, my God. So that's all happening. And my mom's calling me and just, like, so much is happening at once. And on top of it, I probably don't have a flight to the Bay in my head. So I do that little like chat box on Delta to try and figure out what the fuck happened to my flight.
In Delta's defense, their chat box I think is excellent.
It is,
but their customer service is good.
Their website is literally always down.
Awful.
I like their app. Yeah, the app is nice. Their website, you could tell they have like a front facing site, and then when you go on the back end, it's like ancient, and that's the one that always like clunks out on you. So I'm like, okay, hopefully it's that. So I do the chat and they like connect me to a different agent. She was like, what message are you getting? So I like type in the message and she goes, okay, we'll try again. And I try again and I like can go through and I'm like, okay, perfect. So it was just like a weird glitch. I add my pass to my Apple Wallet. And I notice I'm on the phone with my boyfriend at this point because I am having him check in as well. So to make sure that like it didn't give him any issues. And he was like, okay, perfect. Zone 8. I'm ready to go. And I'm like, wait, I'm zone 3. And then I look again and my seat is 22A. He's like, no, we're supposed to be like, we're in the back of the plane. Like we got the cheapest flight out. I'm like, what? It says I'm Comfort Plus. And I was like, fuck, did I accidentally like click, you know, when you're clicking through and it like tells you to, especially Delta, upgrade. They really push upgrade like, seats. Yeah. So I'm like, did I fucking upgrade and not know it? And now I'm like $200 more because I wanted to upgrade, or I didn't. But so I like go through and I obviously like, I don't have a charge. So I didn't click a button, but apparently I just like got a random upgrade for free.
What? That is like, that is so maybe I don't know, when she told me this I was like, dude, like that's crazy, because when you book through Delta there's a thing at the bottom before you check out that it's just like some boxes that you can check that say request upgrade. Those are checked every flight I've ever booked since I've ever flown on a plane.
Yeah.
And I've never been upgraded. That like you won a lottery.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never been free upgraded before.
I don't remember ever clicking that box.
Yeah. I just, like I was telling you, if once you click it once,
it stays
your Sky Miles account
like remembers
will remember that you like are opted in to request if
so
available.
Maybe, yeah.
So it must have just been like light years ago and you forgot about it, but you got picked this time. Like that's crazy.
So I got upgraded.
Woo!
Yeah, no, I'm excited. And I got upgraded to a row with no people. So my boyfriend's birthday is during Yosemite. So I upgraded his seat as well as like a little birthday gift. And so we're sitting next to each other in Comfort Plus
the
now.
whole row too.
Yeah.
Like that's so nice.
Yeah, it's going to be so nice. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. I'm nervous though.
Moving for what?
I was just telling Alex, do you guys ever like before a flight, if you feel like slightly off, are you ever like, oh my God, this is because the plane's going to go down?
Yeah.
That's like where I'm at today for some reason.
I think about that.
Yesterday, we had our Zoom call with our helots here on Patreon, and we're hanging up like after the call, whatever, with everybody. And everyone's like, have so much fun on your trip. And I don't know if you caught it, but Emil goes, Emil, if you're listening, I haven't stopped thinking about this.
I'm already pissed at him.
He goes, make sure you come back. I was like, I'm gonna die.
Jesus.
It fucking
I did not catch
me.
that. I did not catch that. God damn it, Emil.
I'm literally knocking on drywall. Like,
yeah, well,
it
nothing
scared me. But
I know.
then, you know what I was thinking? At least I'm going down with you.
Yeah. At the end of the day, like, if that's how I fucking go out on a plane, that's how it was meant to be.
So
There's nothing that I could do to stop it. And my thing is, because I also get that feeling, like if something goes wrong before a flight, or like I think about this a lot when there's like a slight delay while you're on the plane and you hear the pilot come over the intercom. He's like, slight delay, we'll be taking off here in 5 minutes. And it's like he's so relaxed, but in your head you're like, oh my God, he's putting on a front so that we don't freak out. And in my head I'm like, okay, Alex, you have 5 minutes to make a decision. Like, do you actually get off this flight right now? And my thing is if I'm supposed to die on a flight, I'm gonna either die on this flight or I'm gonna die on the next one. Okay. Like, well, like you can't interfere with shit like that. In my head, like if that's my fate, that's my fate. You know? Sure.
I totally agree, but it's still scary.
Yeah. It is.
Maybe I shouldn't have this coffee.
Go get those saltines.
I ate them all. They were good.
Yeah,
I ate them. I woke up this morning.
Are so good.
I went to a workout, left halfway through because I just didn't feel good. I was like, I don't want to work out. I literally looked in the mirror and I like talked to myself. I was like, we don't want to do this right now. I grabbed my stuff and
we is crazy.
I looked at the instructor and I just did like the silent thing where I was like, oh, I have to leave early. Sorry. Thank you so much. Have a good weekend. I like played that up. I was like, I just got to run.
If only they knew that you came home to fall asleep.
Yeah. So I walked through the front door. I was like, Alex, like, how was your workout? I was like, I don't really feel like good right now. So I laid on the carpet in the living room and then fell asleep for like another hour.
Yeah.
Like Pilates socks still on, just like laying on a carpet of dog hair.
And I was like getting ready for the day. I was in and out of the shower, and every time I like peeked at you, you were in a different position. You were like tossing and turning, and at one point you were like
on the floor. No pillow, nothing.
Yeah. That's nice. A comfy nap.
It was nice.
Comfy nap. And especially knowing people are moving around you.
I love when people are awake and I'm sleeping. Yeah. It's so comforting. But then I took a real nap in my bed, and then now after we record, then I really need to get shit done because by the time we're done recording, we'll need to leave in like
3 hours.
3 hours.
Yeah.
That was a hiccup.
A little bit of both.
I kind of was.
You know what I miss? Song of the day.
Okay, dead ass, Alex, I'm not even kidding. Before we pressed record and you said, my tummy hurts, and I said, my tummy hurts. In my head, I was like, damn, we should do song of the day today.
Yeah.
I swear on everything.
In that moment when I was sitting here, I think I was on my phone and something sparked in my head and I was like, we need to do like song of the day or outfits or something. I like had a vibe. Should we do it?
Crazy.
I
yes.
actually don't listen to any music recently.
I think I have. We're definitely not doing outfit of the day. We're in sweats.
I'm in my airport outfit. That's how ready I am to go.
Right.
And our flight,
your bags are right here.
Our flight is in 9 hours.
No, Alex is like already stressing we need to get to the airport.
Yeah. I like to get there stress free.
I understand. Wait, before you say your song of the day, what's like the song that's up right now?
It's a good one. And you know what? It's probably going to be my song of the day.
Okay, then go ahead.
It's Anyways I Love You by Wild Rivers.
I don't know that.
We can't
play it. We're not getting copyrighted.
Yeah, but I'll send it to you and then you'll probably like it. It's a cute vibe.
And you guys go listen to it. This is not my song of the day, but my open the app, last song played, that's paused right now. Sex on Fire by Kings of Leon.
What a sexy song.
Yeah, it is.
Do you remember the music video?
Oh, yeah. That song reminds me, and I've told her this, it reminds me of Tara Pastorcio.
Yeah.
I doubt she listens, but that's Bree's older sister, if you guys know our friend Bree.
I feel like that was a CD in her car, and she used to take us to school.
It was when I first heard it, I want to say we were Togo's on Crescent in Pleasant Hill.
Yum.
To the right of Jamba Juice, and we had just pulled up, or like we were pulling up, and like we waited for the song to end to get out of the car. And she was like, have you guys heard this? It's so good.
Had it just dropped?
I think so. It had to have.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. Maybe. And I was in the back seat like, oh, wow. Like older sister's showing me a song. Like It was like and Sex on Fire. Like I hadn't had sex yet. So I was like, is this song what sex is like?
Right.
Like, it was such like a moment. I don't know. That's all I have to say. Okay. My song of the day. My song of the day is Levels by Nick Jonas.
Oh, fuck. It's so
you guys
good.
Go listen to that song right now.
Oh, it'll hype you up.
Oh my God.
If you guys if you guys are on your way to work right now, throw this
pause
on.
this episode, go listen to it, come back, drive safe while you listen to it, because it's so fucking good.
I will never forget. So
I'm gonna add it to the Yosemite playlist.
Smart.
Continue.
Also add Latch.
Absolutely.
Me and Kristen we were just driving around LA one day. I think it was during the pandemic.
It was, and we had done shrooms the day before, so we kind of had that like post shroom bliss.
Yes. And we were driving around, and I think this came up on like a random radio, and we were like, Nick Jonas, like what's he been doing? And we clicked on his artist page, and he had just dropped, what's the album? Spaceman. And we were like, what the fuck? He dropped an album? Like, we didn't see anything for it.
His team fucked him.
Yeah.
There was no promo, really.
We listened to that album front to back and loved every fucking song. Every song is so good. No skipper. And we were just driving around LA.
We just took the long way home, too.
Yep.
I mean, it was the middle of lockdown. We had nothing to do.
Exactly.
And every song, we were like,
this is so good.
What? Like, we were so blown away that Mr. Jonas was doing this.
It's such a good album. Literally front to back.
And it's one of those albums, I guess a lot of artists do this, but at this point, I hadn't really known any artists to do this.
Right.
But the songs all blended together into one another when you play it front to back. I know like Billy's new album, they just did that too. But this time I had never heard it on an album. So it was this really cool, like unexpected experience. And that's where we became president of his fan club.
Yeah.
That day.
Oh, I love Nick Jonas.
He's so great. But yeah, listen to Levels, you guys. That song is like
his voice, his crazy music, his lyrics, just so underrated.
I think Kristen Juntanen showed me that song, Levels.
I don't remember where I heard it first, but I remember when it came on that day, and we were both like, where has this been?
Like, what? It left the corners of our mind.
Yes, and now
I love
back.
Rediscovering songs like that.
Oh, me too.
Like Sex on Fire.
You know what song I recently rediscovered? Fuck, I have to find it. So
the cover.
Oh, it's so good. Going Crazy by Natalie. It just go listen to it. Just go listen to it. It's one of those ones like Fantasia era, Ashanti, like around that time. Oh my God.
I just added it to my songs on Spotify, and then it came up with another playlist called Old MySpace Jams.
That's it. That's the genre.
Neo, Frankie J, Ray J, Bow Wow, the Pussycat Dolls, Jay Holiday, Suffocate. I'm saving this playlist. I'm downloading it.
God, I love it. I love nostalgic music.
Oh, wow. What a good playlist.
I wonder if younger kids...
Fat Joe. Sorry.
Oh, so good.
Pleasure P. Oh.
I wonder if younger kids are going to feel this way about current music the way that we feel about early 2000s music.
I think so. Especially pop right now. Pop has made this like really cool reinvention, like new comeback kind of thing. And It will. It's the same way our parents are nostalgic about their shit. Like, it's just nostalgia.
And it's just like what resonates.
And the memories that'll tie it to. All the songs that remind us of TikTok. Whenever TikTok's gone or evolved and we're older,
it'll brings us back.
It'll be a playlist instead of MySpace jams. It'll say TikTok jams.
Yeah, totally.
I will say, though, the one genre that I feel like has not made that comeback is R&B. Nothing like everything we just named.
I think it's just consistent. I think something like R&B and slow pop too. I guess there's nothing revolutionary about it, but it's consistent. Like,
I guess what I mean is it's not as big as it was in those years.
Yeah.
Whereas the MySpace days, R&B was like the top genre.
I don't know though, because we have like SZA's got some R&B songs. We have Snow Allegra. We have like Cautious Clay. There's so many artists that they're definitely like.
They're not mainstream though.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But I mean, mainstream was only ever like Billboard Top 40 even back then, you know?
Right. No, I'm not saying that it's not like successful. Like our top 40 is still primarily pop, whereas in the early 2000s it was R&B.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
It was, that was like the genre.
It was like, like it was top of the charts.
Yeah.
And like, of course we'll still get our SZA at top of the charts here and there, but like she's also pretty poppy too.
Yeah, for sure.
But like these just like Snow Allegra is a great example, but I want her at the top of the charts.
Yeah.
Like I want that genre because to take over the charts.
Because it's slowed down a ton. Like the thing that's why SZA has like mixed pop and R&B so perfectly, and like she is top of the charts because top of the charts always has had pop influence, whereas like back then R&B was like popping off because it had that pop influence. Yeah. And like all of the slower R&B melodies and tunes, like those were never top 40, but that's why like today there has been like a bigger separation between the two genres.
Yeah. I feel like rap came in, not in a new way. Obviously rap has been around for eons, but like features really started to crossbreed genres.
Yeah.
Which has been really cool to
see. I love to see it. Like,
I love the rap and country crossover that our generation
like have you Quavo and Lana right now?
Yeah. Oh, that's my crazy.
God. Their chemistry on stage is really cool. Nuts.
It's like cosmic.
It's nuts. And like what Post Malone's
I was just going to say
doing.
Post and Morgan and
yep.
Even like Jelly Roll has this like really cool kind of in between of country and rap, and that's been like one of my favorite genre crossovers to see. Mm-hmm. It's refreshing. So with summer in full swing, if you're anything like us, I feel like we have just so much to do every weekend. We're out and about, and we want to make sure our health is supported as much as possible. I feel like we preach this all the time, but health really does start in the gut. So Seed's DS-01 Daily Symbiotic has really been our go-to.
It benefits your gut, skin, and heart health in just 2 capsules a day.
Another great thing is if you're traveling, you don't need to refrigerate this. Their free travel vial from the welcome kit allows you to take it on the go.
Speaking of traveling, there's nothing worse when you're on a trip and you get that vacation constipation. Poop anxiety is really real, so something like Seed's DS-01 can really help alleviate occasional constipation.
Like we said, gut health affects whole body health. And Seed actually has an in-capsule design that means all 24 strains of bacteria in their formula survive the whole journey to the stomach. There's no synthetic or chemical coatings, and their formula is tested for 14 classes of allergens defined by EFSA, European Food Safety Authority, and more.
That's why I love Seed, because I really appreciate their commitment to microbiome science.
Pre and probiotics work best when used consistently. That's why Seed's subscription service easily builds DS-01 into your routine.
Support your gut this summer with Seed's DS-01 Daily Symbiotic. Go to seed.com/Oddvice and use code 25Oddvice to get 25% off your first month.
That's 25% off your first month of Seed's DS-01 Daily Symbiotic at seed.com/Oddvice. Code 25Oddvice. Thanks, Seed. I just had a sneeze, and that was one of those sneezes. Sneeze-eye. Sizzle. That just like
hit.
I don't know. I feel like I'm present now.
The types of sneezes that like I often think, oh my God, if I was driving a car, I would be done.
I'd be off.
I'd be
cliff.
Done.
Yeah. No, that felt really good though.
Good.
It hurt my head.
Maybe it like recalibrated something.
I hope. I don't know. It kind of hurt my head. Do you want to talk about
body
image issues? Yeah, guys, as you can tell by the title, I actually have no idea what the title is yet, but I'm sure it'll be something relevant.
It's gonna be.
I'd hope we'd write a relevant title. Please, girls. Future girls. Yeah, we've been wanting to dive into this topic.
It's one of those ones that we get requested a lot. And obviously it's something that everyone, including us, struggle in every phase of life. We just wanted to kind of talk about it right now because it's so relevant to us right now with this trip coming up.
Yep.
And the fact that we're going to be camping with a whole bunch of family members and we're going to be in bathing suits the whole time. Mm-hmm. And it's been like, we noticed it when we were ordering bathing suits.
Like about a month ago.
And we were like,
it was this, we kept like checking in with each other like, is this too cheeky? Is this appropriate? Yeah, I really like noticed the mental shifts because Alex has been on this trip dozens of times. I've been on this trip 2 other times. I think the first one was maybe like age 10, 11. And the other one was probably like 14 tops, 13, 14. So 2 very different ages as far as like body too.
Yep.
And obviously very different thoughts about it. Now we're going into it as like full grown fucking adults. I just found myself asking more questions and taking a lot more things into account when I was ordering bathing suits and feeling really nervous leading up to it. And even noticing kind of my like mental shift as far as like how I was taking care of my body leading up to this to like make myself feel better about my body. And yeah, it's been kind of uncomfy, and we just wanted to talk about
uncomfy
our experiences because also it's fucking summer right now, so whether you're going on a camping trip or not, it's generally that time of the year where even like shit's blown in your face about like summer bodies, blah blah blah, like hot girl summer, and like it could be a lot of pressure. So we just want to open the conversation on how we're kind of navigating it.
And it could be very overwhelming because especially right now, seeing like everyone going on their summer trips and like in Cancun and with their summer bodies, and the bikinis right now are literally minuscule, like floss.
Yeah,
and, like,
I was gonna say floss.
And like I sound like a fucking boomer or something, but bathing suits are tiny.
Yeah.
And I'll see a really cute bathing suit on like an Instagram ad and I'm like, oh my God, like, okay, I could rock that. That could be fire. But then I'm like, okay, but I'm going camping with, there's going to be a whole bunch of kids there and a whole bunch of like older adults
that have seen us since we were like babies.
And like, I clearly have a woman's body. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to be like walking around with those like bikinis that like scrunch under the boob and like hella side boob and the thong. Finding the balance of like, okay, but like I want to feel comfortable and like hot and cute, and like feel
and shit.
Exactly. And I want to feel good, but then I also don't want to be like the girl walking around the campsite with her ass out. In my head, I'm like, oh my God,
I still don't know, and we leave tonight.
Exactly. Like, what is the balance? And also all of this takes into account what other people think of my body. So on top of it, I'm like, okay, no matter what, even if I cover up, it's still like, okay, Alex is in a full-blown tankini or Alex is in a thong.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
Yep.
It's just a weird thought.
I ended up landing on some like, they're actually pretty cute. So I'm not too mad about where I landed with them, but like, I'm just wearing like shorts now. They're like, they're called like surf briefs. So it's what like, I guess surfer girls wear. Mm-hmm. I feel a little bit better about that because like it's covering me up more, but I've still gone back and forth. Like I was packing them the other day and I was like, dang, like I'm not wearing a bikini bottom. And it's not that like that's a thing to be ashamed of, but it was just, I'm just noticing the toll that this trip is taking on me before we're even there. And even like grocery shopping before, like I'm like, I need to eat really, really healthy. And like, I've like been pushing myself to fucking go work out every day, which is like, sure, it's good. Working out's good, but I'm tired. I came home early today and you were even like 5 days in a row is a lot.
It's a lot. Like, especially for like how like rigorous that workout is.
Yeah. And that's unhealthy. And like, I'm feeling physically my body kind of hit this wall because I've like hit a wall. And like, I don't know about you, but like I catch myself doing this before trips a lot where I'm like, Oh, it's almost that same thing when you're in bed and you can't sleep and you're like, if I shut my eyes right now, I will have this many hours of sleep. I look at working out like that before trips.
Whoa.
And like, if I work out every day for the next, 10 days or whatever, then I'll like my body by the trip.
Oh, yeah. I don't work out at all.
The fucking empathy. Oh, yeah, I don't work out.
Well, it's like, okay,
No, that was really, like, I loved that. That was
I really do, like,
really funny.
have empathy for that feeling, because I also
like, I don't want pity or nothing.
No, but like, I relate, because thinking about a trip coming up, I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely the heaviest I've ever been in my entire life. So I'm going to be like, well, on top of it, walking around in a bikini, and I'm like, should I go work out? But then in my head, I'm like, I'm not going to go work out just so I'm like skinny on a trip. Mm-hmm. And
that's
as you guys know, like,
great mentality.
Yeah. Well, because I don't work out. Like, I walk in the city and like I do that, and I get some steps in every now and then, but like, I'm not one to like go to the gym every day or go to workouts. It's just not me. Yeah. And in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to workout classes for 2 weeks straight, but then just to go and like probably maybe feel somewhat better about my body, but then just to go on a camping trip, drink with family, and come back and go back to my normal routine. Like, for what? Mm-hmm. If I'm not going to naturally insert working out into my weekly routine,
you won't fake it.
I won't fake it. I won't like binge workout.
I think that's a perfect term, by the way, binge workout. Yeah. I really like that. I'm going to sit on that one for a sec. But I think that's a really healthy, realistic mentality. And I hope, I know people listening probably really resonated with that too. Like, because you're right. That would be what I think. Mm-hmm. I'm not a doctor, but an unhealthy thing to do, and I know that when
it's an unhealthy relationship with body image in general.
Yes,
like if you feel the need to binge work out just to
like your body,
and to look a specific way for one specific thing, and like this can go as a whole. This relates to like even summer bodies, and even around New Year's when everyone like, okay, I gotta start working out. January 1st is like the number one day of the year for fucking gyms, because everyone signs up for gyms. And it's just like, if that's my reason for going to the gym, but that's not to say like, I do wish it was part of my routine on like the health benefit side.
Right.
I just spit so much, which like eventually,
sure.
But I don't know. It's just one of those things.
I have always had like a genuine love for working out. Like,
totally.
I have a lot of like body issues regardless of image. I have I have scoliosis and my hips are always really tight. So like movement for me is something that genuinely makes me feel better regardless of the benefits. It like physically makes me feel better.
Right.
I move better.
And that's
my
the
neck's
like
better.
Right reason to go to the gym.
Right. And that's why like I am an active person, regardless of what do you call it, binge working out or whatever, that I do. I am like a regular active person, but I do hit the gas pedal before these events. So it's kind of that in between where like I think I just validate myself. I'm like, oh, well, I'm just working out. That's good. And it's like, well, yeah, you're working out until you're beat and like sore.
Have to leave a class early
because I'm like hitting a wall. So
yeah, there's a balance.
Yeah, because even like aside from body image, I just feel better when I'm stronger. And again, this is just for me, like this whole episode, Alex and I are only speaking on our experiences. This is such a loaded topic that like I do wish we had all the right answers to give, but we just wanted to open the conversation and like
literally everyone has different experiences.
Yep. And maybe just make some people feel less alone. But yeah, it's not so much about like, oh, I need to like lose 10 pounds. For me, like I have body image problems with muscle. Like I feel like I'll just point them out, whatever. But like I look like scrawny or like mangly or awkward. Like I've always felt like that's been like my insecurity. So when I work out, it's because I'm like, I need muscle. I want to look strong. I want to look strong. It's not about weight. It's about strength for me. which is like really interesting. I don't know, because, and then a wall I always hit is like, well, if I could wave a magic wand and the type of strength that I want to have takes a specific type of training, once I start doing it, I hurt myself.
Yeah.
Like, that's where I'm like, oh, well, yeah, because you have scoliosis. You can't be out here fucking doing CrossFit
you almost
and
feel
shit.
like,
I'll never get it.
Yeah. Am I not like destined for that type of strength because my body's like actually not letting me get there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, sure, I could, if I put my mind to it, blah, 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 like we can be optimistic, but like I have tried the type of workouts that I know I need to like get that, like lifting heavy but that, like my body can't take it.
Yeah.
So it's like this constant hamster wheel of like trying to get my like dream body, but like I've never achieved it before.
Yeah. Let's talk about that a little bit, because dream bodies are
stupid.
Fucking scary.
Dream bodies are what you have right now because you're fucking breathing. And that's what it should be.
100%. Because the thing about dream bodies is even if you achieve a step of your goal, our brains naturally apply another step and another goal, and dream bodies will just continue to become other dream bodies and other dream bodies and other dream bodies, and
you'll never be satisfied.
Exactly. And it's the comparison bug, and it's seeing what other people, especially with social media these days, and like pushing, like going back to pushing the summer body. It's so hard to go on the internet and not look at those and be like, well, like, why doesn't my body look like that? And if that's like the summer it girl body,
what do you even mean?
Right. Like, why is that the summer it girl body?
Yeah.
It's really discouraging.
It's so interesting though, because like it's like when you're in traffic, you're like, why is there traffic? It's like you are the traffic. Society is the reason. Yeah. That's the it girl body. But like if we just stop giving these titles and putting these certain bodies on a pedestal, and all of our bodies are so different, then we wouldn't think that way.
Right. Like the representation of like different bodies on social media, and even like me trying to find an outfit on Pinterest, I'll like type in a cute, like I just got cute brown Sambas, so I recently typed in Samba's outfit, and like every girl on Pinterest is literally like stick skinny.
Like Paige Lorenz pops up, Alex Earl pops up.
Yeah. And I'm like going through and I'm like, okay, I have a denim skirt. I just want to see something that like looks like an outfit that I'm going to be able to put on in my closet and like make me feel the same way. And I literally have to type in like either mid-size or curvy in front of a description of an outfit in order to see people with bodies like mine. And it's like, why do I have to type in weight specific words to see other people like me?
To see an article of clothing.
Exactly.
Like a fucking brown Samba.
Exactly.
Like that's
to see
crazy.
Someone do anything in life, I have to type in an identifier of my weight.
That you probably don't want to fucking think about. Like,
I don't need to. I'm looking for an outfit that make my shoes look cute.
You're looking for a foot.
A foot.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And that's why, I forget which episode it was, but I feel like a while back we kind of talked about the importance of, the social media pressure is always going to be a thing, at least for the foreseeable future. It's a big part of our society. I don't got to tell you that. But the importance of, as much as you can, curating your feed for people like you. It's all relative. It's just,
and it's really fucking hard.
It's really hard, but like that's why it's important to do so. And
not even like on the personal level. Like it's actually
you will just be pushed.
Oh my god,
sure.
I've tried to curate my feed, because like I just said, like I type in curvy in front of everything.
Right.
And for about a couple weeks, I'll see a whole bunch of like people who look like me. But then
it goes back.
Yeah. They push what's popular.
Yeah.
And what's popular is the summer goal body and how to do Pilates in 5 minutes at home and like 75 hard and like all of these things that are trending because that is like the goal. Yep. That's what's being pushed. So like my hard work to curate what I actually want to see, because I want to see something that makes me feel more comfortable in myself, not something that's going to make me feel like I want something other than myself. And it's so hard to do with social media.
Yeah. I guess what I was trying to say by that, because you're right, like the algorithm thing, I guess specifically for TikTok, I've done, you know, when you like hold it down, not interested, it's like the little broken heart thing.
Yes.
I have done that with so many fucking people that still be popping up. So like, I get that. But I guess now moving to Instagram, I also get a lot of inspiration from Instagram, Pinterest for sure, but like Instagram too. Mm-hmm. And that's where something you do have control of, thankfully, is who you follow. I feel like a big one, I mean, she's been popping for fucking like over a year now, Alex Earl. Mm-hmm. And like I've seen a lot of Alex Earl slander too. And in my head, I'm like, just don't follow people like that then. Right. So I don't know. As much as you can, the For You page is a fucking beast that we can't control, but then go to your following tab and only watch the people you follow and only follow people that make you feel good.
Yep. And that's such a good point, because this is like what I said earlier. That's definitely not to like put down any creator or anyone who posts their like
I
almost feel
routine. Bad I said Alex or like all love. That was not a diss on her at all. No,
but it like
she's popping right now, and if she's somebody who might make you feel alienated, then you don't need to watch her.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, not themselves. It's just the fact that like social media in general pushes the 75 hard narrative and the narrative to make you feel like you need to look a certain way or have a certain workout
or do that to feel good.
Exactly.
You don't have to do 75 hard to feel good.
That's the part where like society and social media doesn't let you just
not watch that.
Yeah. I don't know. There's creators that post like outfits for people that you look like, or size 10 to 12 outfits. And it's like so specific to being curvy and mid-size. And I wish like they were just given the platform more.
Just put them on the fucking For You page.
Exactly. And like a lot of the times you just have to search for it, which, you know, it's a little bit more hard work, but
I see what you're saying though. Why isn't it equally as accessible?
Exactly. That's the point I'm getting at. Thank you.
Just as equally of a type of body as the other body. Like,
right.
I totally get what you mean.
Yeah.
I've even like, I don't know if this is true or not, but I've even heard that like the algorithms push people who look certain ways. Like I've heard people say like, make sure you do your makeup before you film something, because the algorithm knows like a attractive person versus a non-attractive person. And again, I don't know if that's necessarily true or not. It's just like what I've heard through, I guess, the social media grapevine. But I have noticed on the makeup thing, especially because I rarely wear makeup online, which is so funny. You think that'd be where you like get done up the most.
Yeah.
I look my worst online. And I've noticed that the like one-off videos where my makeup is done, or I am in that cute outfit. Oh my God,
do they do better?
They do so much better, dude. I even saw on one of my, another creator I follow, on their close friends story the other day. They were like, damn, like I just posted this, you know, picture of myself all done up and it did so fucking well. I guess I need to thirst trap more.
Oh my God.
Like they really are pushing, and I put this in big fat quotes, like attractive.
Yeah.
Conventionally attractive looking videos of people more than just like real bodies and real faces.
What the fuck?
I know, it's super crazy.
That's a crazy thing you say, real bodies, because that's another, you know how when you search something on Pinterest and categories with like similar search phrases will come up at the top. Real bodies is a category, and you click it and it's
like, it's a button.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes. And it says it like the same photos and style and whatever that comes up when I type in like curvy miniskirt outfit.
Okay.
If you type in real body miniskirt outfit, it's curvy women.
These are all real bodies. Like,
yeah.
Skinny people are real bodies.
Yes. It's the fact that we've
associated like skinny with not achievable.
Something like that. I can't even wrap my brain around it.
No, me either. I'm kind of thinking out loud right now.
We've gotten so far from people like me seeing other people like me on a platform that it seems like it's not
as common as it really fucking is.
Yes.
Because everybody's
exactly. I can't find the words. Like
I understand. You're making sense.
It's so like hard to wrap your brain around the fact that you have to type in something like real bodies. Like, look, I'll show you. It's all like images of like body shapes and shit.
Okay. I guess like I'm just thinking out loud right now. Yeah. I'm not coming to any conclusion. I'm thinking this through with all you listening too. Maybe what they're trying to say with the real body things, or what real bodies means to me, is texture, cellulite, stretch marks, body hair,
like unfiltered. Yeah.
And like, I'm not shaming plastic surgery by any means, but it's getting, I'm going to tell you this part two. It's more and more and more common.
Right.
The whole like Kylie Jenner thing, like it's becoming this goal for people who are trying to like get that body without remembering, well, they got a surgery for that. That's like, they aren't like that naturally either.
Right. Good point.
I guess maybe what they can be saying is like, by definition, a real body is all the things I just said. So the like filtered surgery bodies are fake, which I don't think so, but I'm just going off what maybe these like this algorithm's trying to push.
And I think it's also, I feel like, is attributing itself. Do you remember when like Victoria's Secret started to put people with different size and shape bodies like on billboards? And other
like
brands, a whole bunch of other
brands. I remember them doing that.
And like Abercrombie started to use not skinny models and people with other shaped bodies. Yeah. It probably like hopped that side of the train, like the marketing side of it.
Like a literally key term, typable, like searchable term for the algorithm.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's very fucking Black Mirror to me.
Yeah.
Or even just like, drawing inspiration from other humans is a natural, like, neurological reaction. Fucking even cavemen were doing it. You see someone else's hut has a really nice roof, you're gonna go copy and get that same bamboo and do your, like, that's so primal. But with now these like external factors and real body, fake body, plastic surgery, blah, blah, like this almost goes to a bigger topic outside of bodies, but like we are overloading our brains with things that we were never made to compute or even need to think about.
That's why we're all fucking combusting,
and that's why we're all depressed, and that's why like everybody has anxieties, because we're, and like all you hear now is like nervous system reset. At least that's my feed. Maybe I'd call myself out on that one, but like you know, we hear all this stuff about like reset and simple and detox, oh, like social media detox, technology detox. Like, it's so obvious that humanity is being overloaded with things we are not made to think about. It's just, I just had to spit that out. I don't think I have anything else to say about that, but
but valid.
Oh, it's overwhelming. And I even like will feel guilt in, you know, being on social media. That's why like I, even with like our podcast too, like conversations like this, like I try to always be as like authentic as possible, because there are so many, I mean, straight up not inauthentic people out there driving a narrative that's going into heads of young minds. And I'm just scared for what that's going to turn into. And like,
it's just,
I don't know.
It's becoming more and more, and this goes for any topic.
Yeah, I'm kind of zooming out from bodies right now.
Being on social media, it's just becoming more and more reality. Like when we were growing up, the internet was still the internet, and it was still like, okay, but it's not real life every day.
You went to the computer room. You went to the internet. The internet didn't exist around you
and inside of you, and
in your every thoughts and culture. Yeah. Fucking meme culture is only the internet. Like,
yep. Yeah. So now it
has so much power.
Continue to, I mean, generation after generation, it's just becoming more and more reality instead of internet.
Instead of just like a form of media. Yeah. It's like life is media.
Yeah. It's life imitates art imitates life. That's a big spiral of mine. That's a big one.
I love that spiral. That one's fun to do.
It makes me want to delete my version of the internet, like my footprint. Like, I just wonder.
I've thought about that a lot.
I wonder what'll happen.
Yeah.
What would happen? I think I'll miss connection.
That's the thing. And we kind of talked about that. I think it was like Patreon or something. I don't know. Like with kids nowadays, you know, it's
like
kind of impossible. Yeah. It's kind of impossible to not live with a smartphone. Not impossible is crazy, but follow me. And if you like don't give your kid a phone, they're missing out on a really big part of culture. I don't say this to say like everybody give their babies phones. It's just, it's something I'd imagine. I'm not a parent, but if I was, I'd imagine would be part of my thought process of like, well, shit, I want my kid to play outside more, duh. But like, then I'm robbing them of connecting with their peers. And that's something that like they need to do for developmental reasons. I don't know. Like, where does this end?
It's very overwhelming to think about.
Okay, let's get back on track. Kind of going back to like the real bodies term that we keep saying.
What it should really be.
Right. A big one for me that like I am insecure about, but I also very much know is like so fucking normal. I do want to say any insecurity that I bring up, I'm sure I could speak for Alex too, in this episode is not us saying that thing's wrong. It's just we are relating with you.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this thing is bad, but
and everyone has insecurities.
Of course. A big one for me is cellulite. And that's been something that comes with a woman's body.
Mm-hmm. Puberty
too. Yeah.
Your hips get wider.
Yep. I still kind of don't know what cellulite is. Do you? Cell clumps or something? I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
But whatever it is,
it's the ripples in the skin.
Right.
Or yeah.
It's really fucking normal. It's been a hard thing to wrap my head around, God, for like the past decade.
Cellulite, and for me specifically, when I hit puberty, stretch marks were a big one for me. Yes, and I remember
my inner thighs.
I've had the really light stretch marks on my inner thighs since I was probably 13. And I remember when I first got them
12. Yeah. I remember looking down. I was sitting like this at practice, and I looked down, was like, whoa. I like put my hand over it,
and they like you could feel them.
Yeah. It like dips in a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I have them inner thighs and my like outer butt.
Yep.
Like my hip dips.
Yeah, I have them inner thighs. I have them on my breasts and a bit on my stomach. Mm-hmm. I remember when I noticed my inner thighs at that age, I like asked my mom about it, and she was like, "Well, you're growing," and like just said that, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And I was growing. Like when I hit puberty, I literally had double D's and I had an ass like immediately. Yeah. Like puberty hit me hard.
You were like the final boss. Yeah.
Puberty really chose me.
Yeah.
But it was like immediate for me, and as you know, like when it's that quick, your body naturally compensates with both cellulite and stretch marks.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, this is natural. And then like obviously now in my late 20s, the fact that they're still there and in other places, like it's just in my head, and this is like to keep me sane. It's just because my body is growing and I'm getting older.
I don't think that's to keep you sane. Like I'm glad it keeps you sane, but you're speaking facts. That's
exactly
what it is.
Exactly. And I'm saying that because it's very easy to spiral with things like cellulite and stretch marks.
Mm-hmm. I've gone down the rabbit holes of like the like Brazilian tree oil thing for like cellulite and like certain massages and God, do you remember Frank's coffee body scrub? Did I just pull out a memory?
Yeah.
2014 maybe?
Yeah.
The bag.
And didn't Todd do an ad for them?
I don't know. Are they still a company? I just remember this was like pre-social media in my head. I remember this, like I remember like Carly had it. Like it was like we were younger.
Okay.
And you ordered it online. I don't remember stores selling it or anything, but it was like a coffee scrub and they would say like obviously it exfoliates, but it like helps get rid of cellulite and shit. And I remember being scrub. like trying to like I still got cellulite.
Scrub the cellulite off.
Because that's how that works. Like
that's crazy.
You
say you don't know if they're a company anymore?
I don't know. They might be. I just like I
haven't seen them.
I wouldn't look.
Yeah.
Frank's body scrub was like that was a big trigger.
That had a chokehold on.
That was a bad one.
Yeah.
I bought a bag and I used it, and I remember being so mad when I looked the same after.
God, what a letdown.
It's so right. Like, can I have my money back? I still have cellulite.
That's what a crazy thing to guarantee.
Yeah, that's probably a lawsuit there. Like, where's my settlement?
Yeah, we need a check.
I doubt they actually like guaranteed it. They probably legal team came in. I feel like a lot of legal teams learned from Red Bull when they got sued for saying it gives you wings.
Yep.
Now everybody's like, no.
Don't say anything.
We don't give you anything. We what is it? Support.
Yeah.
We support cellulite. Yeah. Whatever.
Try and play it safe.
Yeah, which is good because otherwise I'd be getting a chick. The product, honestly, that's a good topic to get into. Is like the amount of products that can be shoved down our throats for helping bodies, very normal bodily functions. These products that say it can help it make you feel like it's a problem in the first place.
Yes. I remember when I first discovered Summer's Eve.
What is that again?
The you're like,
oh, for like odor.
Yes, your vaginal odor.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking like, well, my vagina smells like a vagina.
Yeah.
I don't think it's bad.
And it made you second guess. You're like, wait, am I like not smelling something?
I need to like worry about this?
Right. I'll say shout out my mom right away. She was like, from like day one, she's like, don't put anything. Soaps around your shit. Summer's Eve fucks up your pH.
Yes.
And then makes you dependent on the product.
Please do not use anything like that.
No, guys.
Like your body naturally will flush and regulate your pH. Mm-hmm. I was just like super mad at that product.
Yeah, no, that was bad.
Yeah.
I actually, Bunny, Jelly Roll's wife, their dog got sprayed by a skunk. Aww. And he's okay. He's a stinky man. And they were trying to do all these things like the tomato juice and all those things you like read online. And she was saying like she still couldn't figure it out. And someone was like, try Summer's Eve. And it worked.
That's so
And she was like, shout out the person who told me that. Like, my dog smells good now, but what the hell are we putting?
Yes, in our vaginas.
In and around our vaginas that gets skunk off a dog. That's crazy.
The chemicals that it needs to have to achieve that.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah. PSA, don't use Summer's Eve.
Don't use, it's an organ that it regulates itself. It's a self-cleansing organ. Use mild soaps around, but never like it. You guys know. No. You know this. I'm glad it actually is talked about more. Yeah. I feel like those products they're not as successful as they were when they first dropped.
Literally a fad.
Yeah.
And they took advantage of people who feel like they need to change their body. Mm-hmm. That's drastic. Yeah. But like,
well, that's what I was saying. These products, if they say they help something that doesn't need to be helped, it makes you like second guess everything.
Yep.
The fucking Frank's body scrub, Summer's Eve. What are some others? Ooh. Let's get dark. What?
There's so many.
I think I say one.
The like little face shavers.
I actually,
which
I need to talk about those.
Yeah, this isn't to take away from the people who use these products or who like need them to keep up with their regimen.
For sure.
It's just the fact that, totally generalizing the market of it.
And the way it's advertised is more so the problem.
Yeah.
If the product works for you,
don't
fix it if it ain't broken. But like, it's the way that it's marketed. The face shavers, though, this is kind of a side note. I've tried them twice before. Mm-hmm. The first time I noticed some breakouts, and in my head I was like, maybe it just wasn't like sanitary. It was kind of just sitting in my toothbrush cup. So maybe that was my problem. So then I tried it again about like 2 weeks ago, brand new one out of the package. So I made sure it was like sanitized.
Did you get the little bumps?
Yes. All over my face.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that anymore.
No, it really fucked my skin up.
Yeah.
And my skin isn't sensitive in other ways. Like
it's gotta be the follicles or something.
Yeah. I think it's like, well, hair protects your skin barrier.
Right.
So like if you're
like getting rid of it.
Yeah. And you have sensitive skin, like it's obvious
fuck me up.
You're more susceptible to like I got those little like razor bumps, but not from shaving.
Mine almost looked like congestion.
Yeah,
like little congestion.
It like
bumps.
Opened up oil pockets that then spread.
Yeah, and then I picked at them,
of course,
and then that happened.
Yeah.
I kind of want to talk about body hair. Body hair, honestly, around this Yosemite trip has been something that I've like I'm like, what am I going to do? Because like day to day, I don't care about body hair. Like, I don't know if you could see from there, but like if you're on visual, but my pits are fully hairy right now. I don't shave day to day. Nothing wrong with that. That like, I'm not going to sit here and shame any type of like, whatever you want to do with your body hair, you fucking do is the ultimate talk here. But that's what needs to be normalized. It's just like that both are normal.
Yeah.
You could be one of those people that don't want hair at all. You could be one of those people that grow out and fucking let it bang. All is normal because body hair is normal.
Yep.
And that was such a big thing, a big insecurity for me growing up, especially because like everything was so hard. All of our bodies were changing and it was so hard to wrap your head around when your friend didn't look like you at the same time. And I think we can all remember that very well. But it's taken a lot of like, is courage the right word, to like get through it and not care?
Yeah.
I don't know. I could just want to like normalize it. Like I think that's another thing with like real bodies too, is even like these airbrushed legs of girls on like a summer yacht and like that's not what legs look like. If you looked at even at my shaved legs, because I'm somebody with really coarse hair, you can see little black dots all over. Like,
yeah,
because follicles
exist.
Right, follicles exist. It's crazy. And like this trip, my biggest insecurity has been like my bikini line, and if I shave, I'm good for like half a day and then it starts growing back and I get ingrowns. And then now I'm insecure about my ingrown hairs because those look like little pimples.
Yeah. So it's like, it's a lose-lose.
It's a lose-lose.
Yeah,
I'm either insecure about the hair or I'm insecure about the ingrowns that come after the lack of hair.
Right. So now you're like forced a week before to like find some new regimen to make you feel comfortable about it.
And that's reason number 2 why I've opted into the brief shorts as my bottoms.
Yeah.
So that I don't have to worry about getting rid of hair on my bikini line as much. And then I bought these like wax strips.
Did you try them?
No, because in my head I'm like,
you don't wax.
I don't like, wanna.
Yeah, I don't wanna have to.
But and I know I don't have to, but it's, I mean, that's what an insecurity is in my world. Up in
your
headquarters.
Head. Yeah.
I'm like, I have to, because I gonna look ugly if I don't.
Yeah.
But like in my defense, if my insecurity can step forward and speak real quick,
bring her in.
Here she is.
Bring her in. Starts crying.
As much as like body hair doesn't fucking matter, when my armpits are grown out as they usually are, and I lift my arm, people look.
Yeah.
And so then it validates my insecurity.
I think people are just like uncomfortable themselves.
For sure.
Like there's people out there who are bothered by other people's choices.
That's a whole other
fucking topic. And that's something that like we just can't go there. But like
we'll get canceled. I'm about to call out all those motherfuckers.
It's frustrating.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, it like validates your insecurity because you're like, oh, they're looking, they do care.
Yeah, and I totally get it.
And then, sorry, let me spiral a little bit more.
Okay.
To hide my armpit hair, I keep my arms down, but then now I have sweat rings because I sweat a lot.
Yeah.
And then I sweat a lot, and then now I have back knee because I'm sweating. It's a
spiral, and we all do it.
And then I pick at it, and then I make it worse
just to appease like
the reaction of others.
Yeah, the reaction of others. Going back to puberty, this is something that hit heavy because like crop tops and tank tops I've always had like a fucking love-hate relationship with them.
Yeah.
Because at that age and with the size breasts that I had, I felt like if I wore a tank top, which it's summer, like I want to wear a tank top.
It's hot.
But I'm just worried someone's going to look at me at that age and think I'm a slut.
Mm-hmm.
And then in my head, I'm like, but like you don't think other girls who are wearing these items are sluts.
Mm-hmm.
But it's because like my teenage tits are out, which is so crazy to say. But then
fat on your chest, that's all it is.
Exactly. And
but
so
it's sexualized.
Yeah, but like to appease that, okay, I'll wear more clothes, but then I'm sweaty. And like
you don't want to wear a high neck on a hot day and have these like now you have a weird tan line.
We're just doing it for our insecurities and they just win.
I know. Alex and I say this all the fucking time. Like when we're going to like check the mail or something, I wish the world was full of females.
Oh,
I would wear booty shorts every day, hair out every day. How nice would that be?
Yeah.
But there's also women that are very judgmental about this shit too,
Yeah.
which is another problem. But they're judgmental maybe because they were judged by it. So they feel like they have to form to that level of judgment. I don't know.
There's actually a couple women in our building. I don't know if you've ever felt this, but like I've gotten that in the elevator a few times, specifically in the summer with a standard summer outfit, shorts and a tank top.
Sue me.
And it's as if I get into the elevator and they're actually offended that I'm in there with them because I'm showing skin.
Yeah. I wonder if it's like an internalized, like you're a temptation to my partner.
I don't, or I'm like, I'm not ladylike enough, or I know.
Crazy.
It's insane.
I'm like, but like, sitting with my crotch open right now.
We are the least ladylike women. But you're not allowed to make that judgment.
Right.
At all.
Let me just.
And now I'm like in the elevator, uncomfortable, but it's fucking 98 degrees with 90% humidity in New York right now. And like, I feel like I need to go put on more clothes.
Yeah.
Because we're worried about what other people are going to think about our bodies.
Yep.
Let's talk a little bit about commenting on other people's bodies.
I mean, I already can see some of the comments, especially on this video. I don't know. Yeah. I also have faith. Like a lot of you guys most of our viewers are fucking supportive as hell. But if this video catches a certain algorithm and some fuckers come on here and they're commenting some shit, shut up. Before you do it, just don't.
Shut up.
This is not a pity party. I'm not asking for that at all. But I can already see the comments that are like, why is Kristen even opening her mouth? Like, she's skinny. Da, da, da. That's the problem.
Irrelevant.
Exactly.
You being skinny is irrelevant.
It is completely irrelevant. And like people think, oh, body image issues can only exist in these margins. It's like, no. Every human, men included. That is, I would love that to even be a part 2 and have a man on here who'd like to talk about it or is willing to talk about it.
Yeah.
That is a whole other thing that like a lot of people aren't sensitive to either. Some might even say that men have more body insecurities than women. Yeah. It's just like, that's a deeper thing.
Yeah. And it's all relative too.
They built the structures of society so their insecurities are able to exist and be normalized when ours aren't, like their body hair, like their stretch marks on their biceps. That means they were working out.
Right.
Whereas our stretch marks on our ass
means we got fat.
I got a fat ass. No, it's you got fat type shit. Whatever. I don't know where I was going with that, but I just wanted to say, shut up. Don't shame somebody else's shame.
Yes. And that's why I brought up the real bodies thing, because it actually baffled me so much that we have categorized what a quote real body looks like. Like, no, every single body is a real body.
It has blood and organs and a heartbeat.
And it's working,
a real body.
and it's keeping you alive. And that's what makes it real.
Crazy. Our ancestors are rolling over in their graves.
Just stop commenting on other people's bodies. A few months ago, I posted a reel for an episode and I got a comment that said, and no hate to this girl. No.
Don't go find this comment and hate on them. That's not what we're saying.
But I got a comment that said, something like Alex looks like she put on 15 pounds. That's that relationship weight. Happy to see it.
And like they thought they were being nice.
Right. And they also said, that's that relationship weight. That means she's happy or something. That means she's happy. I'm happy to see it. Yeah. And like, I was like, oh, thanks. You see how happy I'm in my relationship, but you also pointed out my weight. And like, I came back and showed Kristen that comment because it really fucking got to me that day. And I was in my head, I'm like, you're right. Like I have gained weight since being in my relationship, but I'm also like in a happy relationship. You're right. And like, I'm giving them the power to be right about that comment. And like, I don't know. It like really fucked me up. I don't know. It just
say
felt,
you look happy.
Yeah.
Cause like,
why do you have to call out the
physical part of
it and the relationship weight. And like, and then I'm sure we're going to get comments like, we'll normalize the relationship weight because it's real. Yeah. But you just never know who's on the receiving end of these comments, because I was having a hard day and it made it 10 times harder to call out something of mine that is sometimes an insecurity. Yeah. I also want to talk about this because I'm sure people will relate. There's days where I'm like, I fucking love my body. Like, totally. I love my curves. I look so good in this outfit. Like I'm going to let my belly hang out sometimes. And then there's days where I'm like, I feel messy and like
put on a big tee and big pants.
Yeah. And it really comes in waves, but you just never know when you're going to catch someone on a bad fucking day and your comment is not needed. So just don't comment on other people's bodies at all.
The weird association with weights meaning a certain emotion. And like where people think, oh, she's gaining weight, she must be happy in a relationship. As much as that can be the case, it could also be she's gaining weight for health purposes or because she just fucking wants to. There's just so many reasons, both positive and negative and everything in between, why someone's body looks a certain way. Whether that's a positive reason or a negative reason, don't comment on it because you just don't like. It even feels silly that I'm saying this, but like people need to hear it. Just don't. Is that making sense? The like
you just don't know the reality behind the
reason that they look that way.
Yeah. Because you don't need to. People look the way they do because they do.
Exactly. And it has nothing to do with you. Will never have anything to do with you. And you
should have no effect on it.
Justin Timberlake right now. He had his like DUI and everything. And there's all these videos going around of him at his shows and everyone's saying like, oh, he's off the rock. He looks like this. He's doing this drug. He's not taking care of himself. Sure. As much as that might be true or might not be true, he's clearly struggling. And that's the problem where people are like mocking it and there's headlines. And I know this is a grand scale of this example because he's a celebrity and that's a whole other layer of speculation that, is, What if he is in a really fucking dark place right now and he's seeing that?
Like all these comments and they're just keeping him,
pushing him down and pushing him more and more into his struggle, whatever that struggle may be. Or like when people comment on people losing weight, they immediately think like, oh, ED. Or no, what if it's like a fucking thyroid problem or I don't need to go down the list, but to associate someone's mental state with what their body looks like is usually inaccurate. So don't say anything at all. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Totally. 100%.
That's the fucking problem. And like, I don't know.
You just can't make assumptions about other people's bodies or the mental state.
And it almost goes the other way too. Like when people, like I remember there was a point of my life on the internet when I was like very skinny. And I remember people saying, I look really good. And then that validated the like darkness that I was in.
But then behind it, like the reason that you were skinny was
for the wrong reasons.
Was the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
But they're validating those wrong reasons. So you're like, wait, maybe they're right.
It validates the wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why you just don't say anything about people's physical appearance. If you want to comment, then at least talk about like, oh, I like your shirt.
Yeah.
Don't talk about, oh, I like your tits look at like, like don't talk about the things. Don't talk about the things that person can't control. We can control the shirt we put on our body, but we can't control the way it like looks on our vessel. Yeah. So don't comment on that.
Yeah.
I'm getting fired up. I'm getting fired up.
Let's talk a little bit about that confident side of it and being comfortable with where you're at now. I think like kind of going back to the dream body and thinking about, we just did a big closet throw out of a whole bunch of clothes. And I was going through clothes and there were a couple instances where, this is hard to admit, but there were a couple instances where I had like a pair of shorts or a pair of jeans and I was like, okay, but like I may be able to fit back into these one day. And they're such a good pair. You know, my Western jeans? Oh my God, they're so good. But I tried to wear them out recently and I literally couldn't sit down because they were so tight. Yeah. And I was like, okay, I'm like actually in pain for a pair of jeans and I'm not willing to let them go because my body does not fit them anymore.
You're struggling to breathe.
Yeah. Yeah. But like I put myself through that. Just throw away the gold jeans. Gold jeans should not be a fucking thing. Clothes are supposed to fit your body. Your body is not supposed to fit into a specific size of clothes.
Yep. Yeah, no, I had that same struggle when we were doing the closet clean out too. There were so many, it was jeans. There were so many jeans where I was like, I can't believe I'm getting rid of these. Like, I loved these jeans. These used to fit me so well. And as we were getting rid of stuff, I was trying things on just to like make sure, like as much as it like sucked, I was also like, well, I don't want to get rid of something that also might fit me. So I was trying things on, and the amount of walls I hit where I was like, damn. Cause I do feel like in the past, like, maybe like 3 years, I almost hit like another puberty where my hips got wider for like the fucking third or fourth time.
There has to be another puberty in your late 20s.
Yeah.
It's got to be a thing.
I'd imagine. Well, if not, then we're the anomaly.
Yeah.
Because
we found each other. That's our legacy.
We need to be studied.
Yeah. I should be studied.
Yeah, you should. But yeah, it was really hard, and it made me like look back at old pictures and like,
yeah.
That's another thing. You start getting nostalgic, and then nostalgia turns into body shaming.
And like, wait, I was so skinny. And what's crazy is when I looked like that, I thought I was way bigger than I was.
Yeah, that's another fucking harsh reality.
And you know what's crazy is like, I know what's on the other side of it. I'll do a closet clean out, and then I'll do a little bit of shopping, and I'll buy things that actually fit me. And I'm like, oh, wait, like this looks good on me. Like this complements my current body, which makes boosts my confidence a couple notches. So then I'm like, okay, like I know this is an outfit I can put on and look good in every time I put it on. And if we feed more into that, I think it's like baby steps to just like accepting where you are at currently, instead of looking back at the old photos, keeping the old jeans, thinking like, oh, I need to get back to that body. Because like the reality of it is our bodies are constantly changing and growing and aging. Especially women. And
hormones, stress.
To think that our bodies need to be what they once were is just like it shouldn't be a reality.
Nope.
Because of all the changes that our bodies go through.
Yeah. Even just within like your menstrual cycle too.
Yeah.
Like I swear my face looks different week to week. My body looks so different week to week. Like, yeah, it's a hard thing to accept, but it does get easier as you get older. Slightly, but any relief is relief, right? And like I've even noticed something that used to be really hard that still is hard, but it's getting easier, is back to like the closet thing, buying new things, realizing you had to size up.
Yeah.
When you've been that smaller size for years, and you're like, whoa, I'm this size now. That used to crush me. Like even when I was like little, like I know this isn't necessarily tied to body image, or maybe some psychologists can break it down for me. Let me know. But when I was like a toddler, I would have my mom cut the tags out of clothes because I refused to wear something if the number wasn't my age.
Wow.
Oh yeah. This is my mom's like favorite story to tell. Like, I don't know toddler sizing.
So if you're
like
4, you like needed to be a 4T.
Yeah. But maybe I was like a 3 or a 5.
Wow.
But I'd be like, I can't wear this. So my mom started just cutting things out so I couldn't see what size it was.
Wow. That's interesting.
So again, that one's probably another weird issue. We'll unpack later. But yeah, that every time I shop, it's that like, voice has gotten smaller, but it's still there where I'm like, damn, I'm this size now. Boop, add to cart.
And on top of it, sizing of clothing and brands in general is just so fucking skewed.
It's so inconsistent.
And so inconsistent that like I'll go to Abercrombie and I'll be a large in one top, but then I'll go to, I don't know, some other brand and I'll be a medium here. And then somewhere I'm a 31 in jeans, and then somewhere I'm a fucking 34. And it's like, now I feel the need to like label my body and like, oh, I'm a large on top and 32 on bottom.
Yes.
But not everywhere, because some places I'm this and some places I'm this. It's so weird. It really fucks with your head.
Yeah. That's why something that's been like oddly healing for me personally is the oversized trend. I'm like, oh my God, let's just buy the biggest and it looks cute regardless.
Perfect.
I love oversized.
Oh my God, me too. But I think I have like oversized blindness.
You do.
Really bad.
You do.
I know. Because like I got to the point where I was ordering 4Xs
for the oversized look.
For the oversized look. But I was like drowning in items.
It was like the Kanye.
Yeah.
He's such a fucking, and they're in like that big suit. Like, you'd be looking like that.
Yeah. And it really like, it skewed my head too, because then like, I would order like double X's for something, and then I'm just everything across the board, and like who gives a fuck what size you are when you order a piece of clothing. That's why I said like clothes are supposed to fit you. You're not supposed to fit into
the clothes. I wish we all could just live in our own little communities and villages
and make each other clothes.
Make our own clothes just tailored to our bodies for affordable prices.
Ooh, I'd love
and
that.
Like I wish that was just like a craft that we all knew the same way we know how to spell our name. Like, and you just made your own clothes. There would be so much less waste because the willingness to make clothes would be way lower than the willingness to just add to cart like we do.
Yep.
That's another topic. But yeah, I wish we could all just live in a village. That's all I want to do.
I constantly, like, when I spiral like this, I just want to revert back to caveman days.
And so many people do.
Yeah.
This is such a thing, especially like post-COVID. I think people are waking. I know people are starting to wake up a little bit, and like we're all starting to crave this simpler mindset because we're, like I was saying earlier, we're getting so overloaded. Mm-hmm. It feels even weird to like use a technical, like a tech term on a human experience, but we are getting like overloaded with data constantly. We're taking in so much more than we are capable of, and
it's a natural reaction for us to want to like really
we all want to like run. Yeah, like the goal even just like 20 years ago was like buy all these properties and like buy the mansion and and those are still people's goals, and there's nothing wrong with those goals. I'm not shaming these goals, but generally now you're seeing our generation, you know, we are, the millennials are the adults right now, and we're all wanting to like get these like quaint cottages in the middle of Montana and like live simple lives. And we talked about it, I think Patreon, that one phone I saw that's promoting, I forget what brand it was, but a dumb phone is what they're calling it. And it's T9 text again. And we should get it. Yeah. Like we're about to go to Yosemite and we're excited to unplug for a week.
Which is so like, especially
when's the last time we were away from our phone for
a week with no service?
Before I had a phone, dead ass. That's the last time.
Mine was the last time I was in Yosemite, so like 4 years ago. Yeah. But like, yeah.
It's just super crazy. All this life is crazy.
Topic, you guys know, like when we start to do this. And like,
you could tell we're like, look at me, I'm like playing with the cord.
Itchy. This kind of topic gives me a rash.
It's uncomfortable, but that's why we want to talk about it. And we hope you guys really did get something from this episode. I feel like me personally going into this, I really wanted to like have all the answers and everything, but
it's just not realistic for this topic.
No. And it boiled down to like, Alex and I were like, let's just talk about how we feel in it and open the conversation with you guys. And if you are open to it, we would love to hear your take on any of these topics in the comments below. Or, you know, Patreon, obviously those DMs are always open, but like, it's a really important topic. And I think it just starts with talking about it to maybe normalize it so that our future children can not feel what we feel. Yeah. Or at least not as severe.
Hopefully it like regresses a little bit.
I hope so. And there, you know, there's light and dark everywhere. One can't exist without the other. And something we didn't touch on is the really beautiful parts of our society that has progressed in this topic. They're like,
that's not to take away from all of that.
No. Shout out all those brands and all those people and all those voices that every single day are working to push the positive narrative of this spiral of a topic and normalizing it. So I'm glad we could throw in our 2 cents into that pond and just keep talking about it. But you aren't alone.
If you took anything from this, hopefully it was just alone. Like a little bit of being able to relate.
Your body is beautiful. You're breathing. Your blood is pumping. You have emotions. Your blood and your oxygen is going to your brain to give you these really beautiful emotions, both happy and sad, and all of them are so complex and rich in their own universe. You are so beautiful regardless of what you look like in someone else's gooey little goop ball eyeballs,
and despite what you see on the internet and what you think is in the trending mirror,
like, oh, you guys, it's just, Oh, it's such like a broken record, but it's a fucking cliche for a reason. It boils down to as long as you feel good, as long as you feel good on whatever good is for you, whether that's, you know, mental clarity, physical strength, eating yummy food as often as you can because yummy food is like one of the best parts of life. Like whatever good means to you, as long as you lean into that without the exterior judgment of others, like
that's the goal.
You are healthy, you are well, and like
you're beautiful no matter what.
You're alive. That's what this vessel is for, is just to keep your soul alive. And it's doing its job. Shout out your body.
Go give yourself a hug in the mirror, please. Or just wherever you are, just give yourself like the perfect little bear hug.
This is another good one too. If you like cross your arms and put your hands on like your outer biceps and rub your arms like down, that's like a really big nervous system reset, and it's a way to like give yourself a hug. Or
what if you go up?
Don't go up. You explode.
Reverse.
You get depressed immediately.
Oh no, reverse.
You get every insecurity ever. Or if you cross your arms in X again and then put like your hand, how would you describe this for audio listeners, Alex?
Like caress your neck on either,
like your face.
Yeah, with the opposite hand.
Yep, like thumbs and like the L that your pointer and your thumb make around your ears.
Yeah.
And you hold your face. Oh, I do this one whenever I'm having a panic attack.
That's nice. It probably feels good on the neck.
And it's like when someone's doing this to you.
Yeah.
But you
like
do it
caressing
to yourself.
your neck and your face, but you cross your arms and do it to yourself.
Do it to yourself. That's another good way to
just
give
yourself a hug.
And go get a yummy, delicious treat because you deserve it.
You deserve everything and more.
If you got through this episode, which was a very hard topic to listen to and talk about and think about, you deserve a sweet treat.
You deserve whatever you want.
Go get it because you did a hard thing by facing a hard topic. And this episode is here for the future listeners that might not be ready to click it. And once they are, we welcome you to listen.
Now that you've listened through the whole thing.
Yeah, hopefully. I don't know. Unless I'm talking to nobody. I think this will be one of those episodes that people have as a tool.
Yeah.
Hopefully can go back
and go back to.
We hear that a lot with some of our episodes. People re-listen to it as like a reminder. And I hope this can be for you guys.
If you don't know, we have a Patreon, and on Patreon every week we release an extra episode. So you get an extra episode every Friday, and a lot of the times it has something to do with Monday's topic, but a lot of the times it's just your general advice column. So go check that out. For our Patreon listeners, let's just continue the conversation. Let us know where you're at with all of this, or if this makes you even feel uncomfortable and you don't want to talk about it, literally
talk about something else.
We'll talk about something else.
If you are watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications. And let's keep the conversation going in the comments too. Even if you're not on our Patreon, we love to talk to you guys in the comments here. And if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, make sure you rate and review us. You can leave little reviews there. It helps us out a lot. 5 stars. I think we deserve that.
Yeah.
So you should leave those for us. Thank you.
And thank you.
Yeah. Next week's episode is a good one. It's a fun one. And it's going to be a really fun conversation with a cool person.
That's one of us.
All we're going to tell you. But also, we're finally back on track with relevant episodes. So, I don't know. We love to pre-record. It feels good, like workload wise.
Yeah.
But we miss having like relevant conversations and talking about Love Island.
Right.
Like we're pre-recording this. What the hell is Love Island in the future right now?
We're a week behind mentally from when this episode comes out. So
anything can happen.
Literally anything could happen.
We'll debrief when we come back. But thank you guys for watching and listening. We love you so much. Take care of your beautiful bodies.
We love you.
And have a good rest of your week.
Love you. Bye.